Tate McRae sold a makeup remover without visibly removing the makeup. The wipe touches her face, the lashes stay, the eyeliner stays, the base stays. Then she reaches for a jar of moisturizer, and viewers notice something even worse. The protective inner lid appears to still be sitting inside it. By the end of this 28-second post-show routine, Tate looks almost exactly the way she looked at the beginning. And somehow, that tiny clip did more for Neutrogena's name recognition than a polished campaign ever could. Because the internet did not see skincare. It saw a celebrity pretending to do skincare on a private plane. Then, Neutrogena answered the backlash with a joke. Watch the sequence closely. Tate opens the wipe packet, holds the product toward the camera, and makes a few quick passes around her forehead, cheek, and eye. The wipe does make contact, but the performance is so careful that the makeup never visibly breaks down. There is no dark foundation on the cloth, no mascara, no lipstick. No moment where the product proves what the package says it is supposed to do. Then comes the blue Hydro Boost jar. Tate brings it toward the lens, touches her face, and smiles. But the insert viewers expected to be removed before the moisturizer could be used appears to remain in the container. That is why the clip spread. It did not fail because people needed a dermatologist. It failed because people could pause the video. Every replay created another tiny receipt. The comments turned a routine product placement into a frame-by-frame investigation. One group focused on the wipe. Another focused on the closed-looking jar. Another simply posted the before and after beside each other and asked what had changed. The answer, visually, was almost nothing. That does not establish what Tate uses when the camera is off. It establishes what this advertisement chose to show when the camera was on. And for a makeup remover, the central action was strangely missing, makeup being removed. The criticism became sharper because Neutrogena is not an obscure product nobody recognizes. Plenty of viewers were defending the wipes themselves while dragging the ad. Their complaint was not that the product could never work, it was that the person selling it looked unwilling to demonstrate it. This was not Tate's first Neutrogena post. The relationship was already much bigger than one plain video. Neutrogena had built campaign footage around her, placed her inside its Hydro Boost advertising, and made the partnership part of her tour. In an official tour video, Tate sits in a clean studio and talks through performance, travel, snacks, and beauty essentials while the familiar blue products float beside her. That context changes the stakes. A random creator can upload a lazy product shot and move on. A global campaign face is supposed to make the brand feel more desirable, more credible, and more personal. Instead, the viral clip made the transaction visible. The viewer was no longer watching Tate's routine. The viewer was watching Tate complete a deliverable.
I definitely have to make sure I'm staying extra moisturized and hydrated. Your skin can get so dry and changes depending on where you're at, so it's really important to stay on top of it.
And there is a documented contradiction sitting underneath the joke. In a previous interview about life on tour, Tate described Neutrogena's Hydro Boost makeup wipes as essential to her routine. She said they were a quick, clean, and easy way to take her makeup off after a show. That is almost the exact scene the new clip claims to show, a post-show routine on the road with the wipes in her hand. But when the perfect demonstration finally arrived, the makeup stayed put. The product was presented as essential while the actual action looked optional. That does not prove the earlier statement was false. It makes the new performance look even less convincing because the brand had already given the audience a clear promise to compare it against.
My go-to travel hack is keeping the Hydro Boost makeup wipes on me at all times. It keeps me refreshed. If I need to take my makeup off, it's super easy and a clean way to do it.
The contrast becomes stronger when you look at Tate's older beauty videos. In longer routines, she is perfectly capable of showing product use clearly. She opens compacts, blends complexion products, applies eye makeup, works brushes across the skin, and lets the camera see the texture change. The action is not hidden. The product has a visible job. Those videos are slower, but they do not feel empty. Tate talks, reacts, changes tools, and builds a finished look step by step. You can see cause and effect. The Neutrogena clip compresses the same category into gestures. Hold the packet, touch the wipe. Hold the jar, touch the face, smile, end. It contains every symbol of a skincare routine without delivering the transformation that makes a skincare demonstration satisfying.
My everyday makeup routine and my stage makeup are so different. Mostly because I'm dancing on stage and I'm sweating and the lights are so bright. So usually I'll put on like a pretty thick base and just be a little more amplified.
The private plane setting made the optics even messier. Affordable beauty partnerships usually sell access. The message is simple. A celebrity with glam teams, tour buses, and luxury options still reaches for the same blue jar sitting in a drugstore aisle. But that fantasy only works when the celebrity appears to want the product. In this clip, the polished stage face stays protected, while the affordable products are waved toward the camera. The cabin, the lighting, and the untouched makeup make the distance between seller and customer feel enormous. Viewers were not only asking whether the wipe worked, they were asking whether Tate would actually let it do the work. That is the dangerous moment in celebrity beauty marketing. The endorsement stops feeling aspirational and starts feeling like somebody rich performing affordability for people expected to buy it. Neutrogena could have ignored the noise. It could have posted a serious product demonstration. It could have explained nothing and waited for the feed to move on. Instead, the brand joined the joke. In an Instagram response documented after the backlash, Neutrogena turned the makeup wipe into the celebrity. The caption thanked everyone for the sudden attention and asked for privacy while it adjusted to the fame. That was not an apology. It was a decision to convert criticism into personality. The response also quietly confirmed what the marketing team understood. People were no longer talking about Tate's skincare routine. They were talking about the wipe that appeared to do almost nothing, and the brand was willing to keep that conversation alive, which creates the most interesting possibility in the whole story. What if the ad worked precisely because it looked bad? A normal celebrity skincare video might earn a burst of likes and disappear. This one created replays, stitches, arguments, reaction posts, and thousands of people staring at a blue package long enough to inspect the lid. That is the logic of ragebait. The audience believes it is punishing the content by sharing it, while every share increases the campaign's reach. Even the people defending Neutrogena were naming the product, describing their experience, and telling everyone the wipes were better than the advertisement made them look. If attention was the only goal, the clip was spectacular. If trust was the goal, it was a very different result. The problem is that nobody outside the campaign knows whether the mess was planned. So the only honest conclusion comes from the outcome. Bad demonstration, excellent distribution. There is a defense for the routine, and it is not completely ridiculous. Tate had just performed. The clip is short. She may not have wanted to strip off waterproof eye makeup on camera or irritate the skin around her eyes. A makeup wipe can also be one step in a longer cleanse rather than the entire routine. But none of that rescues the advertisement, because the post was edited to present a finished post-show routine. The package gets its close-up, the wipe gets its gesture, the moisturizer gets its moment. Then the video ends with the makeup intact. An advertisement does not have to document every private step. It does have to make the advertised action believable. Here, the missing result became the story. The bigger risk belongs to Neutrogena, not Tate. Tate leaves the clip with another viral moment. Her fans will still stream the music, buy tickets, and debate whether the whole thing was intentional. Neutrogena has to sell the object viewers watched fail to perform on screen. That is why so many comments defended the actual wipes. Existing customers knew the product could remove makeup, and they were frustrated that the campaign demonstrated the opposite. The endorsement did not elevate the product. The product's own customers had to rescue it from the endorsement. Celebrity reach can buy attention instantly. It cannot guarantee credibility. When the performance looks detached, the fame of the spokesperson only makes the detachment easier to see. And once viewers begin treating every gesture as evidence, even a plastic inner lid becomes a character in the scandal. So, did the advertisement backfire? There is no public sales report in this source pack, and no evidence that Neutrogena ended the partnership. But the reputational result is visible. The clip became famous for failing to show the product's most basic promise. The brand's response was smart enough to avoid sounding defensive. It also chose comedy over correction. Instead of replacing the viral image with a convincing removal test, Neutrogena leaned into the wipe's new fame. That may be modern marketing in its purest form. The product did not need to remove Tate's makeup. The controversy removed the need to pay for more attention. Whether that attention turns into purchases is a different question. Recognition and trust are not the same currency. The final irony is that Tate had already given Neutrogena the perfect campaign line. The wipes were essential after a show. All the brand needed was one honest, satisfying visual of the makeup coming off. Instead, viewers got quick gestures, a closed-looking jar, and a full face of glam at the finish. Neutrogena got mocked, then mocked the mockery, and the wipe became more famous than the routine. Maybe it was lazy, maybe it was rage bait. Either way, the clip proved one thing. When the product demonstration looks fake, the audience will do the marketing by trying to expose it. So what do you think? Campaign disaster or the smartest bad beauty ad of the year?